sis, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Tracy Knighton, Dr. Tracy, a licensed professional counselor in Georgia and South Carolina. And today, sis, I want us to talk about how to reclaim our confidence and purpose in perimenopause and menopause. I know this time of our lives is full of ups and downs. One minute we're feeling okay, the next minute we're doubting ourselves, and we're starting to question who we are and what we actually stand for. Yeah, we start to have what some people call a midlife identity crisis. Sometimes we're questioning who we are, what we believe in, how we want to show up. If who we really are is who we're presenting ourselves to the world every single day, there are so many questions about ourselves that we're asking ourselves during this time of perimenopause and menopause. It is an age question as well. Some of us start perimenopause as early as 35, and then some of us are still going through menopausal symptoms as late as 55. But here's the truth, sis. You have to be true to yourself. Even if it means engaging in self-exploration to find the new version of you, to love on her, that's what you got to do. So today, I want to talk about reclaiming your confidence and purpose. Got 5 ways for you. Here we go. Here's the first way. I want you to practice self-care. Now listen, I am the queen of self-care. I love me some self-care. Why? Number one, because I'm worth it. I'm worth self-care. I am worth taking care of myself. But here's the second thing I want you to also participate in when it comes to your self-care. I want you to be compassionate towards yourself. Now, here's where we struggle a little bit because we are so judgmental of ourselves. We start thinking shoulda, coulda, wouldas, which causes us to spiral in our thinking about the things that we have not done, number one, or the things we have not done well, number two, or the things that we put as goals and we didn't accomplish. And I'm coming back for that in point number 3. But I want you to start engaging in self-care. Here's why. The better you are at taking care of yourself, the better you're going to be at showing up in the world. Did you get that? The better you are at taking care of yourself, the better you're going to be at showing up in the world. So here's what I want you to engage in. Not going to get your nails done, going to get your hair done, going to get your lashes done, going to get a pedicure, going to get a massage. Those are all external things. Self-care is so much more than the external things that we do for ourselves. Actually, self-care should be a part of your daily lifestyle. Just as you get up in the morning and go brush your teeth, brush your hair, all those things that you do to get ready, deodorant, shower, all of that, that's self-care. That's maintenance, that's grooming. That's what you do in the mornings. Self-care is intentional. You do this every single day to take it, whether it's physical, whether it's mental or emotional. Self-care is what you do for you every single day. So going to get your hair done, nail done, massage, those are events of self-care. Self-care looks like watching something on TV in the evenings that brings you happiness and joy. For me, it's Big Bang Theory. For me, it's the Flintstones and Jeffersons. I love to laugh. So when I've had a day, I come in and I watch something funny for at least an hour. I know that you're thinking like, Tracy, I don't even have an hour. You know what? I created an hour for me. So out of 1,440 minutes in a day, 60 of those minutes are going to be me engaging in self-care of laughter, if that's what I choose for self-care during that day. Self-care also looks like taking a long shower or a bath, a soaking bath. That's what self-care looks like. Self-care also looks like journaling. Yeah. Self-care looks like listening to calming music and writing. Self-care could look like coming home and cooking a great meal for yourself, by yourself, in your head, listening to beautiful music. That's what self-care looks like. So what self-care activity can you engage in every single day that takes care of you mentally, physically, and emotionally? When I am coaching women, one of the very first things that we tackle in my coaching program, no matter which way they come in, is we start a self-care routine. Because a lot of women let's just be honest, a lot of women don't do a great job of taking care of themselves. So one of the first things that we establish is a self-care routine that works for her. I don't tell her what to do. We find activities that she can engage in on her own that is incorporated into her own lifestyle to create a lifestyle of self-care. Self-care is a lifestyle. It is. So we follow 7 pillars of self-care. We go through all 7 pillars, and she learns how to let self-care be a part of her daily routine. So most women, when they go through my coaching program, they no longer look at self-care as an event. They understand that self-care is a lifestyle. So one of the first ways I want you to reclaim your confidence in your purpose is to practice self-care and self-compassion. You deserve it, sis. Here's the second way to reclaim your confidence in your purpose. You explore your hobbies and you explore your new passions. What brings you joy? What is one of your hobbies that you stopped doing because life got so busy and hectic? What is a new passion that you would like to engage in? When you see it on TV or you see it on YouTube and you go, I think I might like doing that. Sis, now is the time to start exploring those things. So think about the things that you used to do that used to bring you joy and happiness, and you stopped doing them. I want you to start thinking, why did you stop doing them? And if you pick them back up, how would it make you feel? One client in particular, I was working with her, and one of the things she used to love doing was painting. Like, she would have small canvases and she would paint all of the time. She would paint, I think her paint days were 2 days out the week. She would paint, and then she would dedicate several hours on the weekend to paint. Well, life showed up and she stopped painting. She noticed that when she stopped painting, that she didn't regulate her emotions very well. As a matter of fact, she got a little bit more moody, shall I say? Yeah. I did a whole video on mood swings and stress. Go back and watch that one, sis. But listen, she got a little bit more moody. So what we did when we created her self-care plan, because remember I said self-care is a lifestyle. So as we were coaching, one of the first things we did is we incorporated painting, listen y'all, in her daily routine. It was so amazing. What she noticed was her stress level went down. What she noticed is that when she spent as little as 30 minutes a day painting, she looked forward to that time where she could go in her paint room and paint for 30 minutes. And she actually realized that it calmed her down. It allowed her to think through her thoughts more clearly. It allowed her to focus more, and she relaxed even more, y'all. Listen to me. Her health improved as well. Did you hear me? Her health improved as well. So, what hobbies would you like to explore? What passions would you like to say, that might be one of the things I want to look into for myself? I'm just teaching y'all how to reclaim your confidence and your purpose. So point number 1, item number 1, thing number 1 to do, step number 1, key number 1, whatever you want to call it. Number 1 is practice self-care. Number 2 is explore new hobbies and passions. Here's number 3. Sis, I need you to set some new goals for yourself. I need you to rediscover your passion. I need you to sit with yourself and go, what would I like to accomplish in my life right now? The truth of the matter is this. You've been so busy doing for other people that you haven't even focused on yourself enough to even set goals for yourself. As we engage in this transition in life, perimenopause and menopause, now is an amazing time for you to rediscover your passions. You might have lost a passion for something, and now is the time for you to gain a passion for something new. Sis, you got to do this for you. This is why coaching and counseling is so important during this transition. Listen, women have come to me not knowing who they were. They've lost what I call their spice. They lost who they were. They lost their self-esteem. They lost their self-confidence. They lost their purpose. They lost their identity. They've lost their confidence. And they don't see themselves living the exceptional life that they once dreamed of. This is why coaching and counseling is so important at this stage. Coaching and counseling gets you to focus on you. Now, some people ask the difference. What's the difference between coaching and counseling? Counseling is all about going back and looking at the things that keep you held down. It's about uprooting some traumas and working through those things. So now coaching, which is all about the here and now and moving forward, it's about elevation. And so in order to elevate, which is coaching, you've got to drop the weight, which is counseling. Does that make sense? That's how I explain it to my clients. So in order to elevate, which is coaching is all about elevation, getting to the next level. First, if you've got weight that you need to drop, some trauma, some things in your past that are still showing up in relationships, showing up in thoughts, showing up in actions, there are some things that you need to work on. That's counseling. Okay. So in setting new goals, it's all about rediscovering you. It's about saying, you know what? I used to want to do these things. No more. This is what I want to do moving forward. It's about setting new goals that meet you where you are. Sis, this time of your life is not a terrible time in your life. It's actually a magnificent time in your life. A time where you get to learn more about you. So point number 3, set new goals, rediscover you. Here we go. Point number 4, I want you to make a list. That's right. I want you to put it down on paper. All of your strengths and accomplishments. So here's the thing. If I were to ask you to tell me 5 things that you hate about yourself, that you don't like about yourself, that you wish you could change about yourself, you would probably give me 10. But if I were to ask you, give me 3 things that you absolutely love about yourself that makes you so unique and perfect, you would struggle to give me those 3 things. But here's point number 4. I want you to embrace your strengths and accomplishments. I want you to put them down on paper. I want you to put down on paper that you were a single mom and you graduated your son and he's off in college now, off in the military now, that he has given you the world's best grandbaby, that he's off and married now. I want you to celebrate the fact that you made vice president in your company. I want you to celebrate the fact that you opened up your own business. I want you to celebrate the fact that you've been married for 35 years. I want you to celebrate the fact that you've been an educator for 30 years. Whatever it is, I want you to put your strengths and accomplishments down on paper. Why? Because I want you to see what you've been able to accomplish. You need to see it, sis. You know it here, but sometimes you need to see it and be reminded of how awesome and amazing you are. So, step number 4, point number 4, key number 4, I want you to embrace your strengths and accomplishments. Those are the things that you build on to be able to take you to the 2.0 version of you, sis. Yeah, that beautiful and amazing lady that's over that 2.0 version of you, listen, she is so awesome and she is waiting on you to show up. Yes. She's waiting to meet you. But here you are stuck in your past. You're stuck in the way things used to be. You're doubting yourself. You're lacking the confidence. You're questioning yourself. She already knows. And my job is to help remind you of the amazing and awesome woman that you are. So point number 4, write it on paper. I want you to embrace your strengths and accomplishments. Write them down. Look at them. Listen, one of mine is simply this. Don't tell nobody. I got kicked out of college. Yeah, partying, having way too much fun, got kicked out. But guess what? You now get to call me Dr. Knighton. Through all of that, through divorce, through all of that, I am here today talking to you about how to reclaim your confidence and purpose. I've been married for 22 years to an amazing man. Amazing. Happily married. We love to travel. We love to do things together. But it took me doing my own work to be the person that you see before you today. Exactly. There were some things that I overcame. There were some things that could have taken me out. Some things that I tried to take myself out on. But you get to sit here and watch me today talk to you about how to reclaim your confidence and purpose. So sis, put it on paper. Look at it. Sit in it and go, these are the things I've been able to do. And if I can do these things, who knows what I can do moving forward. I'm telling you, that 2.0 version of you, sis, she is so amazing and she's waiting to meet you. Here's point number 5, the 5th way, the key, the 5th step to reclaim your confidence and your purpose. Surround yourself with good energy. Let me say that again. Surround yourself with good energy. Let's be honest. I'm going to get a little closer to the camera when I say this. There are some people, if some people, places, or things that are around you is sucking the energy and life out of you, those are the things you need to drop. Let me say that again. If there are people, places, and things that are sucking the life out of you, sis, you need to drop those things and move away. You need to surround yourself with good energy now. This is why it's so important. If you're trying to rediscover yourself and reclaim your purpose and your confidence, people who take away from you instead of adding to you, listen, you don't need them in your life right now. You have been doing so much for other people. Here's where I want you to actually start being for yourself. So that may mean that you've got to just start limiting your exposure. Yeah. Let's think about it this way. Would you drink a little bit of poison every single day and go, I'm just going to drink a little bit of this poison? It won't harm me that much. I'm just going to drink a little bit. I'm not going to drink a lot. I'm just going to drink a little bit of this poison every single day. You wouldn't do that to yourself. So why are you allowing yourself to be emotionally and mentally poisoned by somebody with toxic energy? Did I say that? I wish I could say it again. Okay, just hit the rewind button so you could go back and get that. I need you, sis, to stop allowing yourself to be poisoned emotionally, mentally by other people who are pouring toxic emotions into you. Yes, I need you to stop doing that, sis. This is all about you reclaiming your confidence and your purpose. So way number 5, surround yourself with good energy in your home, good energy on your job, good energy with the people that you're around, good energy in your space. Listen, sometimes it takes you detoxing your whole life, your home, your work environment, your friends. Some of y'all need to detox from the churches that you're attending. Yeah, I know it's hard. But when you look at those things that are draining your energy, people, places, and things, some of you need to drop some weight. Yeah. All right. Sis, I hope this wasn't too hard on you. I hope that I've given you 5 ways that you can reclaim your confidence and purpose. Listen, I shoot straight, no chaser. You get it real raw and relevant here with me. That's how I do my coaching. That's how I do my counseling. I want to help you, sis. There's nobody else talking to us about how to mentally get through this thing called perimenopause and menopause. That's what I'm here to do for you. It's a sisterhood. We're having a conversation with each other, talking to each other. How can I help you bring out the best version of you? This 2.0 version of you. I told you, she's over there waiting on you. She's amazing. But it takes you to make the first step. So, listen, thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Hey, hit that subscription button if you like what you are seeing here, so you will be notified of when I drop new videos. All right, Dr. Tracy here. Until the next video, be blessed. Sis, you got this.